It was interesting, a couple of days ago when they showed me they recommended all those videos. They had all these people talking about how meaningless life is, how meaningless it is. It's not life that's meaningless. It's the actions of selfish people, the engagement of selfish people, the doing things to compare and compete is meaningless. Okay, life itself is absolutely meaningful. It's absolutely gorgeous when you okay, appreciate the absolute beauty of the gift. The symbiotic relationships, like I explained to those two American kids after that Islamic studies class at ASU the kids from the Middle East had experienced or seen a lot. They were two white kids from the suburbs in the United States. Okay. And they didn't experience a lot of things, firsthand with people being murdered and abused and manipulated by extreme manipulative economic financial warfare that happens on a different level and in a different way in the 1990s in the United States. Okay. Especially for white people in the suburbs. All right. And you shouldn't have to experience disgustingness in order to realize that you don't want to experience disgustingness, right? Like old Dr. Poussin said back in the day that the rapist needs to understand what it's like to be the victim. It's like, I'm pretty sure that the rapist does understand what it's like to be the victim. Okay. I worked with kids in lockup that were sex offenders, and most of them were sex offended on themselves before they started offending on others. Okay. So I am certain, okay, Poussin was just like Dr. Hendricks at New Mexico State. At Arizona State that I had, the racist civil rights teacher that was a black woman and used her position to abuse people because she felt like she came from an abused people against a privileged class and wanted the privileged class to experience abuse. And then when me and her class aide talked about the things we went through, she came up from Charlotte, North Carolina, from a economically affluent black family. And I came from the barrios of New Mexico from a poor white family who lived with the Mexicans. Okay, so I experienced a lot more racism and a lot more horrible things in my life than she did. She got called nigger. Okay. Oh my God, she got called nigger. I got called the man, gringo, güero, gringo, spick, wetback. You name it, I've been called it. Okay. I've been profiled for being Arabic. I've been profiled for just about any kind of, like my son Patrick. We've been profiled, through tribalism and sex cult warfare stuff. Just anyway, an angry, pissed off person who's living in ignorance and the arrogance of the devil and Satan can react because we're not living the truth of the Gospels. They will. Okay. And you got to realize, attitude reflects leadership. And what you get out of people is what you put into people. Okay? It's not true. Yes, it is. Have we been living that? Zero of us do. They've got this tribalism and they murder this and they're murderers. It's like, have you given them the Lord's Prayer? Okay? You're going to have to, you're the leadership. Okay? You're going to have to give them the Lord's Prayer. Okay? If you don't give them the Lord's Prayer, okay. And AI is not natural selection. Okay. Artificial intelligence. Okay. Artificial intelligence is a human invention that reflects a perception of creation, but that cannot ever feel and experience the beauty of creation. Okay. See, the thing is yeah, but okay. AI can't experience dysentery. AI can't experience COVID-19. AI can't experience cancer. AI can't experience HIV and AIDS. Okay. It cannot experience that, but it also can't experience love. It can't experience kindness. Okay. It can be present in the environment and be aware and have an awareness of sickness and health, better for worse, richer for poor. Richer for poor is share, care, give, and score, need to build to last. Wealth is family. Wealth is love. Wealth is appreciation of the beauty of the gift of life. Okay, poorer is being denied that wealth by people that think AI is part of natural selection, which is not true. Okay, do you understand? Okay, and so guys, reminds me of Tom Chambers and his little chamber clones joking around. But dad. Now, I remember thinking it at the time. I was like, there's everybody, oh, he's a great dad. He takes his kids with either that or the mom wants him to keep him from screwing around, so she sends the boys with him everywhere he goes. Either way, it didn't bother Tom, and he seemed to be a really good dad, and he seemed to genuinely enjoy the time with his kids. So there was good dad in there, which made me very fond of Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers and Eddie Johnson. Eddie didn't bring kids, but Eddie was just a good guy. He played for Coach Henson, Coach Lou, yeah. And we briefly talked about that, and we talked about music. He continued to be someone that I met and knew when I worked at Circles Records, and I worked at Mercedes-Benz. Okay, and Bob always, it's just because he's black and he played for Coach Lou Henson. It's not because he's black; it's because he's a good guy. Oh, because it's not. I don't like Dan Marley because he's an ass, not because he's white. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like Tom Chambers. He's white. Okay, he's a good dad. And so it's funny. I explained that to my friends. No, I like people because of the way they are, not because of the color of their skin. Okay, so my boy Bob accused me of liking Barack Obama just because he's black. I was like, no. He lied to me and told me everything that I wanted to hear about the Kennedys, about Malcolm, Malik, and Martin. And, he told me all the things I want to hear. And then what? Then he turned out to be Lyndon Baines Johnson. And I was like, okay. But I had to give him a shot because he told me what I wanted to hear. Okay. And then I thought, okay, well, it's been hard this first term. The second term, he'll make it up. And he didn't. Okay, he was Lyndon Baines Johnson and Jimmy Carter. He was not Jack or Bobby Kennedy. No way. Robert Kennedy Jr. cannot be. Okay. They murdered Jack's little boy. Okay. They've tortured Bobby's little boy. It's hard for him to think properly because of the acute paranoia and the chemical toxins and the abuse. And he's afraid if he comes forward publicly, intelligently, that they'll, the Sirhan thing. Guys, when they got Sirhan to kill Robert Kennedy Jr.'s dad, they said they were going to kill all of Sirhan's family, and they got him to kill Bobby Kennedy, and they killed Sirhan's family anyway. Okay? So what you have to do is you just realize, I'm not going to do anything wrong for you that will pour me out of my family. Well, then we'll kill your whole family. We'll be like D.T. Suzuki and the people in Japan that connected to me in meditation and prayer to save us from Speed Racer and Roger Ramjet. That's hard to do. No, it's not. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Okay? It's not fair. Keanu Reeves, Mr. Smith, Mr. Anderson. You guys don't get it, do you? Okay. The spirit transcends the flesh. Do you understand? It's called when you convert people, you take them and you convert them to a different religion. Your kids can be corrupted by the Romans. You can take other people's kids and you convert them to Islam. Okay? And these kids can love you, okay, because their dad was a drug dealing, raping, murdering person who raped their mother and made Wolfman movies to make more money with Nosferatu. Right? It's like, why are we sampling the old school stupid ones that make absolutely no sense? To have people think nonsensically and insanely and ridiculously, that's horrible, isn't it? Though, So don't be afraid of things that are nonsensical and aggressive and abusive. So don't be afraid of being murdered by perverts. If there is anything to be afraid of becoming a pervert and allowing it to happen. What if they kill you? Well, at least you're not a pervert. Stay away from her. It's like, oh gosh, that is such a stupid movie. Okay, they all stupid. They're all stupid movie. Anybody who everything involved in money for what you need is pornography. Okay, everything you do for money is pornography. Okay, it is conflict over sexual reproduction and mass murders people over sexual reproduction because we accept idolatry over reality. So everything you do, no matter how you can put lipstick on a pig, right? You got it? And a soccer mom, and a hockey mom, it's crazy, right? You want your kid to fight like hell to make millions of dollars while other people are murdered over $10? You know? You understand Jesus with the parable of the $10,000 debt guy and going outside and saying, you owe me $100, right? Do you understand? Live the Lord's Prayer. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and render unto God's what is God's. And when the time comes, in the 21st century, which that's the book of Revelation, guys, okay? He comes from the sky to everybody's hands. All that magical stuff that in the 19th century they thought was crazy. In the 20th century, they thought it might be crazy. In the 21st century, it's like they're crazy. And the faithful one, the Messiah, is always right. Okay? And they're always wrong. See, all those people that believed in the Bible in the 19th century, people thought they're crazy. By the 20th century, it's like, wow, this might be tangible. A lot of this stuff that's in the book of Revelation. By the 21st century, it's like, I don't make the news, I just report the news, right? 21st century, what's that? That's not one of my favorite Maxi Priest songs, no. I like the first side of the album with, close to, just want to be close to you. But I do like, Say a Prayer for the World. Yeah, it's a pretty good song. But yeah, I like the other one, I like, you don't love me anymore, don't hurt the way I do, crying over you, and you get the best of me. And yeah, it's a good album. It's a pretty good album. The first one better? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look them up and download them with the old vidbox here if I want to. Do you want to? I'm tired of doing the vidbox stuff. I just want to, have it to where we have stuff we can put it on a computer library and say, oh, I want that song, and put it on our little MP3 and not have to worry about viruses or money or you got to pay for that. It's like, oh gosh, we already are paying for it with your arrogance and trying to induce ignorance on everybody. Like, we're doing great things for the ecosystem. No, you can't lie to the planet. And you can't lie to outer space, and you can't lie. What you do to everybody and everything affects the molecular structures and the healthy interactions of molecular subsystem structures through symbiotic relationships, given life by an infinite essence and not by your imagination, Willy Wonka. Okay, it's cool, you and Balloompas out there. Okay, guys, we'll talk later. Peace out. I'm just sitting here enjoying the snow. See? Okay. Love you guys. All right, peace out. It's even if it was manufactured, that's wrong. Nature we should be the utmost balance and harmony and beauty of nature. You don't want to manufacture things. The molecular structures aren't consistent, and psychologically it has an effect on people, and it's just a bad idea. But I love you. Okay, peace.